Secrets crawl everywhere in this world. Here, the sand of time stops, and sleep is just a forgotten dream. Waiting for the ultimate cleansing, Mom finally asks, "Angie, honey, are you packed and ready to slay? Spill the royal blood to claim eternal life. Time to level up to immortality and grab those blessings." Grinning like she won the lottery, Angie chirps that she's totally ready for her big debut today. A VIP invite to the Duke's mansion? Cullen Island is her paradise, complete with 5-star beaches and vibes. Epic waves and lush greens. Built by war survivors who decided that trauma core was out, and abundance was in. A literal utopia. Everyone lives like one big happy family, all thanks to that Kylan faith synergy. One goal, one team. Angie moved here as a tiny tot, so the old continent is basically ancient history. Who needs old memories? She's head over heels for this island. No other place could ever compare. Shout out to the Duke for the great life. Now she's heading straight for the mansion time to meet the boss. Heart goes thump thump. Our girl Angela Ristel is low-key geeking out over this fancy pants. Carriage ride. Is this real life or just a fantasy? She's finally believing it. She's actually mansion-bound. Out of everyone, she's the lucky duck chosen to babysit Lord Kilik. Talk about a major flex. Meet Kilik Roden, the island's rich kid heir. Sadly, he's been stuck inside like a shut-in for ages. Turns out, he's been battling a nasty bug. The golden carriage drops our girl at her big destiny. Mom's advice echoes. Visit once a week, be a good companion, and oh boy, brace yourself. Being sick turned him into a grumpy emo. He might be a bit of a jerk, so play nice. Don't take it personally. We basically owe our souls to the Blackwells, so suck it up, Angie. Nervous at the big door, she hopes he likes her vibes. Suddenly, the boss-level housekeeper appears. Meet Louise Dunst. Angie bows like a pro, and Louise drops the bomb. The master is waiting. Major panic mode, it's go time. Angie takes a deep breath to keep her heart from exploding. She steps inside, eyes wide as saucers. Everything here is so aesthetic, it's basically a Pinterest board. It's fancy yet classy. Angie's jaw drops. This place is giving major. Is this another world? Energy. Seriously, it's a whole different vibe. Then she spots the Blackwell family wall of fame. Wait, an empty frame. She bets that's the VIP spot reserved for the mysterious Lord Kilik. Total bummer, no picture. Now she's low-key obsessed with wondering if he's a total hottie or not. Staring at the Duke, she wonders if Kilik has those dreamy eyes. Suddenly, busted. Someone calls her name. Trance broken. Louise is staring her down from the top of the stairs like a final boss. Louise just points, embarrassed at being caught daydreaming about boys. Angie just nods like a bobblehead. She scurries up those stairs. They halt right at the entrance of the Master's forbidden lair. Time for the don'ts. Don't look him in the eye, and if he starts glitching, call for backup. Keep it simple, no yapping. Only speak when spoken to, or it's game over for you. Angie nods, but Louise looks skeptical. That face is giving her major I've seen things vibes. Louise knocks and announces their arrival. She's basically asking for permission to enter the danger zone. They're in. Angie's snooping around when bam. Kilik speaks, and her nerves go into overdrive. He sounds super annoyed. Didn't I make myself clear? He asks, talk about a cold welcome. No more visitors. Ouch. Angie starts thinking, maybe I should have stayed home today. Rumor has it, Kilik's a shut-in because those crazy chemical meds did a number on him. Long treatments left him scarred. People say his face is so messed up. It's basically a nightmare. One look and you'll turn to stone like you met Medusa. That's the scary tea on campus. No wonder everyone avoids him. Is he hiding because he thinks he's a monster? Poor guy. She's shaking, but not from fear of his looks. Louise starts apologizing like her life depends on it. Sorry for the surprise, she says. But Kilik cuts her off with that sharp, icy voice. You just can't say no to Dad, right? He snarks. Louise stays silent, and the tea is piping hot. He gives her a pass today, but warns, next time it's over. Then he kicks her out. Louise grips Angie's shoulder with an ominous finality, urging her forward into the lion's den. Fulfill your duty, she whispers, vanishing and leaving the pair in heavy, awkward silence. Talk about creepy vibes. That maid's cold stare sends Angie's nerves into a total tailspin. Should she run? Is she even allowed to breathe in this intimidating, high-class atmosphere? Debt binds them to House Blackwell. Her mother's warnings about rejection echo like a haunting melody. A cold voice snaps her back. Kilik beckons from the shadows, making her heart skip a beat. Startled, she edges forward, only to be barked at to maintain a safe, respectful distance. Sit by the window, he commands. Angie obeys, perching like a timid bird on a wire. Breaking the ice, the grumpy lord demands a name. I'm Angela Ristel, she stammers out. Call me Angie. She squeaks, revealing she's just the humble daughter of his estate caretakers. The North Coast? That piques his interest. So, what brings a girl like you here? She claims it's an honor to serve him, but her inner monologue is screaming in terror. Is her story too dull? Swallowing her fear, she channels her inner heroine and speaks up. She offers her handwritten tale. Kilik tilts his head, intrigued, while Angie plays it totally cool. It's just my silly imagination, wanna hear? She recalls the day that fateful invitation arrived. What could she offer? Sure, she loves books, but her real talent lies in delicate embroidery. Needlework is her forte, but could a fancy lord ever be impressed by simple village stitches? He's surrounded by luxury and infinite libraries. Her tiny book collection couldn't possibly compare to his. A standard book would bore him to tears. He'd surely read every masterpiece under the sun. But maybe, just maybe, he's tired of old ink and yellowed pages like she often is. Does he gaze at the clouds and dream up adventures? Could they be kindred spirits? She hopes to share a dream. With newfound courage, she warns him, you might recognize these. Famous fables with her own wild, imaginative twists. If you'd be so kind as to listen, After her performance, she's dying to hear his critique. Is she a genius or a flop? I won't be mad if you hate it, she promises. Kilik's reply is sharp as a blade. Your feelings don't concern me. Ouch. Angie shrinks back, stung by his cold, undeniable noble logic. Still, she presses on. Seeing a spark of interest in his eyes makes her heart flutter. One boring word and you're out. No pressure, right? She just needs her usual storytelling magic. Her church audience loved her. Ever heard of the Cumean Sibyl? She asks, seeking his royal blessing. She weaves a tale of ancient Greece. Her throat goes dry. Those heavy curtains feel strangely suffocating. She pours her heart out. Miraculously, the moody lord stays silent, actually listening until the end. Mission accomplished. Angie steps past the iron gates, her head spinning from the intense encounter. Was that a dream? He actually asked her to come back next week. Score 1 for Angie. He used her nickname, Safe Travels, Angie. Her heart is doing backflips as she walks home. She definitely left an impression. He's scary, sure, but maybe he's just a misunderstood lonely soul. He's not the monster she feared. But as she plots new tales, Kilik's eyes follow her departure. Kilik looks on with melancholic eyes. Meanwhile, under the cover of night, a boy plots a desperate escape. The boat hits the tide. Exhausted, he wipes his brow, his heart pounding with rebellious adrenaline. Freedom at last. He's leaving this cursed island. His parents' lectures on blessings echo in his mind. They claim Duke Blackwell is their savior, but Elliot isn't buying that propaganda. Sure, the Duke saved war survivors, but this island feels more like a gilded prison. His parents are clueless. Every breath on this rock feels like he's slowly drowning in boredom. A vast world awaits. With a final push, Elliot sets sail into the great unknown blue. It was that easy? He scoffs, baffled that no one else ever dared to chase the horizon. But then a massive silhouette looms. His blood runs cold. He knows exactly what that is. Stepping past the wall, he finally crosses the border separating Cullen Island from freedom. Freedom is within reach. But a sudden, terrifying strike catches Elliot completely off guard. Paralyzed by fear, Elliot begs for his life while desperately trying to evade the unknown. Darkness reigns as a prisoner screams for blood from the depths of a freezing dungeon. Unfazed, Kilik watches as the beast claws at the bars, shrieking for a crimson feast. Morning arrives like a dream, masking the night's horrors with a table full of embroidery tools. Laughter fills the air as the ladies gush over the breathtaking stitches before them. Our talented Angie beams, soaking in the praise for her legendary needlework skills. "What are these lovely blooms?" they ask. Angie proudly reveals her golden marigold designs. These flowers are her secret seal, a floral signature far more elegant than any written name. To Angie, these petals are pure joy, blooming with a happiness that fuels her every word. One day, she dreams of weaving this floral magic into the most beautiful gowns imaginable. Her friends cheer her on, certain her designs will bring smiles to the whole world. Suddenly, a bold voice declares that Angie will surely rule the fashion scene of Cullen Island. Enter Letitia Durbin, the elite administrator's daughter, claiming Angie as her personal sewing artist. Closing in way too fast, Letitia demands Angie sign a contract right then and there. The onlookers giggle at the chaos while Letitia prepares to seal their fate together. Wait, dark rumors of dead animals in the forest suddenly break the happy mood. How could such gore haunt their peaceful paradise? Angie is chilled to the bone by these tales. Out of nowhere, a frantic blonde man rushes in, gasping for air as everyone panics. The horrific truth drops like a bomb. Young Elliot's lifeless body was discovered on the coast. Terror spreads through the crowd in whispers as an elder tries to maintain a fragile peace. "Go home, everyone!" Poor Elliot was the distillery owner's only son and pride. Confusion reigns. What could have killed him? Then, a chilling theory begins to surface. He tried to flee by boat. Was this a divine punishment for betraying the Duke? Let this be a lesson. The adults hiss, using the tragedy to scare the other children. Never dream of the mainland. This island is the only safety they're allowed to know. Major red alert, guys. These happy islanders are giving off serious cult leader energy. The official story? Elliot was just a reckless runaway who met a tragic end at sea. A shark attack, they say. The whole island is reeling from this unfortunate accident. Watching his parents drown in such bottomless grief leaves Angie completely heartbroken. But days later, Elliot's mom greets Angie with a bright, terrifyingly cheerful smile. Something is wrong. Why is she acting like the sun is shining through her tragedy? She prattles on about divine blessings while Angie can only manage a forced, nervous smile. How can a mother forget her grief so quickly? This eerie shift is beyond suspicious. It's like her son never existed. Back at the mansion, Angie's mind is spinning with doubt. Even while working, the haunting image of that happy mother weighs heavy on Angie's heart. Can true sorrow really vanish into thin air, or is something more sinister at play? Kilik smirks, cryptically hinting that some secrets are buried far deeper than she realizes. Seeing her distress, the charming master offers a soothing cup of tea to calm her nerves. As Angie sips the warm brew, Kilik leans in, seizing his chance to speak. "Keep these thoughts between us," he whispers, his voice low and dangerously protective. If the others catch her doubting, they might turn their suspicious eyes toward her next. Fear grips her, but she nods, placing her complete trust in the mysterious young master. Eyes wide, Angie thanks him, realizing just how dangerous this island truly is. Since he listens so patiently, her heart flutters thinking he might actually like her. But Kilik kills the vibe, snapping that common sense should have told her that already. Talk about a reality check. Angie awkwardly hides her blushing face behind her teacup. Oh, the scent is divine. It's way more sophisticated than her usual rose tea. A local blend her parents would love. Meanwhile, Kilik watches her reflection intensely. If you're that obsessed, just take the leaves home, he grumbles dismissively. He orders the housekeeper to pack some. Angie beams, showering the young master with thanks. Her rosy cheeks are too cute. Kilik is totally caught off guard by that dazzling smile. He brings up her last story, the priestess who traded everything for a 1,000-year life. But living forever in a decaying body? Definitely a curse. Angie giggles, confirming the irony. She's thrilled he actually remembered. Now he asks, would she accept the gift of immortality? Eternal youth and life? That's one tempting proposal. Angie stops to seriously consider it. No, thanks, she chirps, leaving the young master floored. He demands to know why. She admits the initial temptation is huge, but there's a catch to every gift. Real beauty only exists because things don't last forever, she explains with a soft look. Flowers must wither so new buds can bloom. She gives him the most charming smile. It's just the circle of life. Kilik wonders, is eternity really that worthless to her? Absolutely, she says. Besides, living forever sounds like a total snooze fest, doesn't it? Still, she knows plenty of people would kill for a chance at eternal life. She turns the question back on him. Kilik is low-key impressed by her unique soul. A girl like her on this island? Rare, suddenly. Knock knock, someone is at the door. Time's up already? Kilik looks genuinely bummed as the housekeeper comes to fetch her. See you next week, she promises before Louise escorts her out of the room. The young lord sighs. Is he actually sad to see her go? Louise returns, fishing for gossip. She wants the deets on the new remedy. Kilik snaps the curtains shut in a huff. Don't call her that, he growls. Just the mention of that word ruins his mood. Flashback time. A tiny Kilik asks his father, what exactly is a remedy? And what happens to them? His father's gaze is cold enough to freeze time. Once the blood chooses, there's no escape. The remedy belongs to him for all eternity. Shaking with fear, Kilik finally connects the dots. He looks up at his father. Is that why Mom died? Because she was your remedy? A remedy is just a battery. They drain their victims until they're empty shells. It all started with one terrible curse. Born from human greed, Kilik vows he'll never become a monster like his father. Back to the present. The local girls are busy spilling major tea about the Duke. Rumor has it he has secret kids. The redhead swears she heard the adults whispering. Duchess Eugenia had many babies, even twins, but only Lord Kilik survived the nursery. The Duchess died right after. But wait, the gossip is just getting juicy. Have you guys heard the scary rumors about the young master's face? Letitia asks if the medication he takes has turned him into a disfigured freak. Exactly, the redhead whispers. That's why he's always hiding behind that mask. They say he's a literal monster underneath. The girls are totally losing their minds. But Angie? She's not buying the drama. She's more worried about the island's future. With the Duke gone and his sickly, mean heir in charge, everyone is on edge. He even beats his servants. Okay, that's it. Angie's done with these lies. He's not like that, she snaps. Sure, he's grumpy, but he actually cares. The local chatterbox gets nosy, demanding to know how Angie can be so certain. Did she meet him? Oops. Angie realizes she just spilled some major tea. Remembering her mother's secret-keeping order, she scrambles to play it cool. She claims the redhead's facts were wrong, reminding them the Duke is their protector. The gossiper backtracks in shame while Letitia totally backs our girl up. Letitia hugs Angie, agreeing they shouldn't judge the mysterious young master. Those ugly rumors sting, but Angie suddenly realizes she's never actually seen his face. Flashback time. She recalls their first meeting, trying to piece the puzzle together. He's tall, has a velvet voice, and is surprisingly sweet beneath that icy exterior. Strangely enough, his actual appearance had never really crossed her mind until now. She once feared eviction, but now Letitia's words are living rent-free in her head. Next date. But wait, the young master is stuck hitting the books today. Angie waits like a loyal puppy, but the Sandman starts calling her name. She paces around, desperately fighting the urge to doze off in the quiet room. Peering outside, she realizes this lonely view is Kilik's entire world every single day. It breaks her heart that he can only admire the beauty from behind glass. With nothing to do, she sinks to the floor, her mind drifting away. Wouldn't it be magical if they could wander through the gardens hand in hand? Kilik returns to find his visitor fast asleep. Talk about a cute surprise. He gently blankets her shoulders, captivated by her innocent, sleeping face. As if mesmerized, he reaches out, his fingers brushing her cheek with pure tenderness. But the mood shifts as a dark, troubling memory from his earlier meeting resurfaces. Jerome, the head butler, reported that nasty church rumors were spreading like wildfire. Yep, sounds like that redhead girl has been busy flapping her gums again. This island is wild. Gossip travels faster than a teleportation spell here. Kilik fears Angie sees him as a monster, but Jerome drops a total bombshell. She's been his fiercest protector, shutting down every lie and defending his honor. Our icy duke is absolutely stunned. Someone ... actually defended him? The butler offers to handle the gossipers, but Kilik stays surprisingly calm. He dismisses it as trivial, choosing to just observe how things unfold for now. Back in the present, Kilik can't help but admire the girl sleeping before him. She's different from the rest, and that unique spark makes him crave even more. Crave what? This narrator is officially worried. Don't break her heart, boy. He whispers her name, Angela Ristel, like a soft, breathy prayer. Leaning in, he confesses a selfish desire. He wants all her affection for himself. Quick side note. There are two ways this spicy line was translated. One says, "I want you," while the other implies he wants her to have his world. I chose the most romantic version. Suddenly, our sleeping beauty starts to stir. Panic? Kilik covers her eyes instantly, commanding her to keep them shut. Confused and heart-racing, Angie obeys, feeling his heat so close to her. The proximity is electric. He tells her to head home while he finishes work. All she can focus on is his warm touch and that intoxicating rose scent. Then comes the kicker. He wants her to visit 3 times every week. From no visitors to please never leave, someone's catching major feelings. He just wants to hear her stories more. And Angie? She's still frozen. She beams, thrilled by his request. Can I really come back? It's giving major 1001 Nights vibes. Just like Scheherazade winning over her king with every tale. Seriously, how precious is that? Kilik is floored by her pure, radiant beauty. With a soft smirk, he gives her the green light. He insists she visit more. Leaning in close, he whispers that he'll be counting the seconds until she returns. Cut to the next day at the cozy northern cottage where her parents manage the family estate. The whole household is buzzing, deep in the middle of their daily chores. Angie loves this getaway for some deep thinking. Laundry duty plus existential thoughts? Totally a vibe. It's perched right by the northern cliffs, making it the ultimate breezy paradise during the scorching summer heat. Sheets are hung, but wait, something colorful in the garden catches her sharp eye. The roses are peeking. That's the secret signal that harvest season is right around the corner. The Blackwells turn these Bengal roses into a special powder for all the islanders to enjoy. She leans in for a sniff pure heaven. It's a sweet, delicate fragrance that's totally enchanting. Suddenly, she's thinking of Kilik and his "I want you" confession. Talk about a heart-stopping memory. Turns out she heard every single word that day. Cue the instant, bright red face flush. Why would he say that? She wonders. The more she visits, the more this mysterious duke haunts her mind. Feeling bold one day, she asks if they can pull the bed curtains just a tiny bit. Denied. He shuts it down instantly. Man, sometimes this guy is way too serious and strict. But then she remembers the cookies from Louise. He's actually a big softy deep down, isn't he? He noticed her sweet tooth once and ordered treats. Now she's determined to unmask the real Kilik. What's your favorite food? She chirps. Kilik just scoffs. Silly girl, just get back to the story. It's like he draws an invisible line every time she tries to get close. Such a tease. Another day, she tells a tale of a warrior princess who risked everything in a legendary battle. She saved her father and made the king regret his madness. A total girl boss victory. That actually gets a laugh out of him. You really have a knack for turning tragedies into comedies. She's glowing inside, making the Ice King smile. That's a massive win in her book. It's a rare moment where his walls actually crumble. He's totally off guard and honestly kind of adorable. She can't help but wonder what face he's making under there while he watches her. Someday I'll see that smile for real, she vows, snapping back to the present moment. Did something move? A rabbit? Or is it those creepy rumors about animals dying in the woods? She goes to check the bush, but Mom kills the vibe. Angie! Is that laundry finished yet? Coming. She yells, running off. Little does she know, someone was lurking in the shadows the whole time. It's Lord Kilik. He slips away like a ghost. Fast forward, Angie's back at the mansion again. She thanks the coachman with a huge grin, opting to walk the rest of the way. Perfect weather for it. The driver agrees, suggesting she take the scenic route through the gardens. Clutching her flowers, she wonders, will Kilik actually like these? Her heart is doing somersaults. This mansion feels like home now. That terrifying first visit feels like it happened a lifetime ago. Warm sun and sweet flower scents fill the air. Autumn is definitely whispering in the wind. Time marches on, leaving memories in its wake. Angie knocks, waiting for the familiar door to open. Look at her! She's definitely taller now. The housekeeper welcomes her back with a warm, knowing smile. Seasons bleed into one another until bam. Angie is officially 18 and absolutely stunning. 3 years flew by in a blur of stories and shifting feelings. Things are definitely getting complicated. Cherry blossoms mean spring has sprung. Just as she starts her tale, Kilik drops a bombshell. Call me Kai, Angie nearly chokes. Wait, what? Are you for real right now? Just Kai, he confirms. She's blushing like crazy, but happily agrees to the new nickname. The leaves turn gold as autumn returns. The story ends, but the romance is just heating up. Shadows lengthen as Kilik notes dinner is ready, urging her to eat before she leaves. Kilik shocks her, suggesting she could enjoy her meal right there with him. Angie gushes over the fancy teas and nice change from her usual boring rose tea. Kilik teases that he's just providing a little extra incentive to keep her visiting. Nice try. He's definitely hiding something deeper, but chooses to keep his secrets. As their hearts entwine, Angie's curiosity peaks. She's dying for even a glimpse of him. Unlike reckless Psyche, Angie lacks the guts or the madness to unmask her mystery man. Winter returns and he's still hiding. Seriously, even this narrator is confused by him. His face is likely fine. Maybe he's just dodging a million awkward questions from her. Kilik catches her coughing, teasingly noting her annual tradition of catching a seasonal cold. Angie tries to play it off, but Kilik isn't buying her slight cough excuses. Reminding her of last year's lies, he asks if her heart desires anything special. She's totally clueless, so Kilik reminds her that her big birthday is fast approaching. A requested gift. How rare. For 3 years, he's always been the surprise master. Seeing her silence, Kilik explains why this specific occasion is so incredibly special. She's turning 18. He wants a grand gift to honor her official coming of age. Angie's shock is adorable, and he catches every bit of it through a mirror. She feels exposed, as if he's reading her soul without even looking her way. What to ask for? She's cherished every treasure he's given her without a thought. Suddenly, inspiration strikes. This could be the perfect moment for her one true wish. She's ready to speak her heart when a sudden, strange sound shatters the mood. A pain noise from Kilik sends her heart racing. She rushes toward him, worried. He's coughing violently, yet he desperately commands her not to come a step closer. She freezes. Weak and coughing crimson blood, he pleads for her to stay back. Chaos erupts as staff rush in. Louise grabs Angie, forcing her away from him. She's hauled out while Kilik vanishes behind curtains, his hacking coughs echoing in agony. Angie realizes her only wish, the right to cross the line and hold him. The scene shifts to the island church, where a priest's somber prayers fill the air.